Hey everybody, it's Q and welcome back to my tapes. Question. Why do you think Jackie Aina had to start that candle company? I just want you to think about it, and in 5 minutes, I want you to comment down below. Okay, let's start. I've had some thoughts. I have had some thoughts. Oh, wait, do I need to take off my glasses? Okay. I've had some thoughts. I have had some thoughts about this for a while. And so I would say this is like an opinion tape. This isn't a blueprint, which I'll talk about. I'll do announcements at the end of the video. That's not relevant. So if you're interested, just watch the end. I'll put it at the end. I have had some thoughts about why Jackie Aina had to start this candle company and like why then and why now. And so we're going to be going through that today in this tape. I'm just kind of thinking out loud, but I just want to give you guys my thoughts. I just want to think about this. Let's start with the content that Jackie Aina started to post, because I'm sure y'all have kind of started to see some of the videos that she's been posting as of late. And I'm just kind of like, I think I've come to a conclusion on why she had to do this candle company, not a Patreon, not some of these brand deals or brand collaborations or makeup collaborations, but a candle company. And I actually will explain why a candle company was better versus like a makeup palette. So we can get to that a bit later. I think that Jackie Aina had to start this candle company because she's kind of like done, in a video that she made when she returned back to YouTube, she'd been like on IG Reels and she'd been on like TikTok and all of that. But she was just kind of talking about why the break. And one of the things that she mentioned was how I've been doing this for how long? 10 years? And people still maybe look at me crazy. People still look at me, and she had kind of insinuated just like, how much will you put effort into something and people still don't want to recognize you for your talent or your distribution, at least to just sell a product, at least to just give me some money for a brand deal. You don't want to take me seriously. And so I think that, from that video, and she said this. So she said this is when she took a break from YouTube, I think near the beginning of the year. And then a video after that was when she was talking about like friends. She was doing like a get ready with me, talking about a friend who was talking about her like interpersonal relationship business in a group chat. I'm like, hey, but it was around that time. So if you just look, I am pretty sure the videos are still up, right? So I think that, her saying this, I kind of knew the result. I knew that when she kind of took a break and I started seeing her more and more, I don't know, like I get like a lot of like video recommendations just randomly on like Instagram from her account. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Like, where is this going? Because I know you have not been on YouTube. And I've seen this with like another YouTuber. I don't know. She's a smaller YouTuber. It's like Tima Loves Lemons. That's her Instagram name, I believe, or her YouTube name. But she also talked about the same thing. She was like, it's easier to just post my content and get my brand deals and go home. How many years have I been putting into these videos? How much resources I've been putting into these videos? How many? I actually am in the process of making a video about TikTok and Black creators on TikTok and about firing your talent manager. I don't know what I should name it. So if you guys have like any ideas, let me know. But I'm literally in the process of making a video about Black TikTok creators and these brand deals and these platforms that don't give a shit. And on all of these opportunities that like you coincidentally seem to get looked over at every point in time. Why? So immediately when she came back to YouTube, Jackie Aina, and she had that video where she had kind of like, hinted at like, bro, how long you gonna keep putting out work, and you get passed up for some fucking person calling you a gorilla. I'm not even gonna mention that white beetle. I'm not gonna mention the Elmer Glue's name. Okay. I don't like invoking these people. Not relevant. But it's like, how long are you going to put yourself through this? So let's kind of go into Candle Company. And I'm just going to briefly say, why did she not do like a makeup company versus like a candle company? So at the time that she had launched this candle company and she started teasing it, we can talk about the marketing another day if you guys have questions, or I can talk about it in the comments or make a follow-up video. I'm also thinking about making like possibly like a Patreon so that I can just talk about these things quickly, or not quickly, but regularly, because I have thoughts every day. I have thoughts that I've been thinking about for years. I think I've said this in terms of like influencers scamming, like in terms of influencers doing like duplicitous things to kind of get money. And like, why would you need to do that? Like, what am I missing here? I've been researching and gathering data on this for years, like for years, like for at least like 2.5 to 3 years. So I have random thoughts about things that are happening in society that I don't really think are public domain. Like, I want to talk about Charlemagne and how I feel like he had to apologize, of course, to Kwame Brown, but it's like, I'm not talking about that man on my videos. Like, you, are you kidding me? This is not the type of space, yeah. It's not the type of space. But I'm like, I would definitely talk about that on a Patreon because it's like, okay, it's a protected, safe space. Like, I don't know. There's something things that I think are important to talk about and things that I feel like are not painful or not even gossip, but things that are even happy. Things that are like, you can experience this with other groups of Black people, but I still feel like it's not for public domain. An example of that, I know I'm getting off track. I'm going to get on track in a second, but I'll give an example. You guys let me know. Maybe I'll put like a type form actually, because I'm not going to create an account yet because I'm still kind of planning. But I'll probably put like maybe like a Google form or a type form in the description below so that if you would subscribe to the Patreon, I'll give you like different options of like, what would you subscribe for? How much would you want to pay? And I'll just go from there. But there was this girl on TikTok, there was this Black girl on TikTok that was like stitching or duetting like a video where this white person was like, oh, what about this Black slang? What does that mean? And this Black girl was explaining to her and I was like, no. Read my, no. Why are we explaining, like, why would you want to, and I'm not shaming her, but it's just like, why do these other groups of people think they're at liberty to all this like joyous intellectual property? It's not even intellectual property as in something for capitalism, like, you know what I mean? And I know what IP means, but I'm just like, it doesn't need to always be about a buck. I'm just saying, like, why do we need to share all these like joyous moments of things that we are ideating? Why do we need to now explain like intercultural or like intertribal like communication with other groups of people? Why do they need to know? When white people start talking about like, when white people make those jokes, you know what I mean? Like, they make these jokes and like, golly, this. And you're like, and all these other white people, they laugh and you're like, oh, what does that mean? And they're like, oh, nothing. Nah, nothing. It's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and obviously Black people across different ethnicities have been making obviously intercultural communication for safety and also just to talk to other people, other Black people within their groups and otherwise for centuries. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, why is that something that other people feel like they're at liberty to like know? Like, so I'm not going to get into it. We're talking about Jackie Aina, so we're not going to get into it. So yeah, I'm thinking about kind of having like a private community or like a private space where I can talk about things in a safe space. I feel like some of the thoughts that I have are not really for public domain. Like, they are conversations that I want to have with other people who look like me, or just conversations that I feel like need to be had. But I feel like it's not appropriate for it to just be in like the public airwaves, if that makes sense. It's not a safe space. The internet is not a safe space to kind of think about this and chew on these ideas and like come to an understanding about processing certain events or situations, if that makes sense. So stay tuned for that. And back to Jackie Aina, I think, and again, hashtag, I've been thinking about this for a while. I think Jackie Aina kind of started to realize this as well. She was like, you know what? For all the shit that I've been put through, on this platform, yeah, can you tell the next Woofer video is for a London towner? I don't even London. I'm about to sing that song by. Okay, never mind. Let me stop. This is what I want, champion say, and then after that down, and I want it in the world right now. Just touch down and okay. Let me. Yeah. Okay, so essentially, I think that Jackie Aina, I think she knew as well. I think she kind of started to read the writing on the wall, and I think she was like, bro, for all the stuff that I've been put through all the shit that I've been put through, like, I think that we are kind of in a position where you do all this stuff, you do all this work, you kind of put forth these ideas, you kind of push the needle on like, how can I show other Black women how I, as like a darker skinned Black person, does their makeup, and how do I buy this, and what am I supposed to do, and what are these techniques I'm learning? I don't know if people remember this or they know this, and I haven't. Obviously, I'm Gen Z. Like, I have not watched Jackie Aina for how old am I? Come on. She's been doing this for 10 years. No, I was not watching like YouTube like 10 years ago. But she, I believe, is like a licensed cosmetologist as well. Like, she went to beauty school like after she got out of the army. You know, and I'm just like, how long are you gonna do all of this for, and for what? So yes, let me explain why a candle company and why not a makeup company. So she did this last year, and we're in a recession. So I don't know if people know this. We are in like an economic decline. People's communities, especially black communities, have been hit very, very hard. Very, very, very hard. Not just in the public health aspect and in the healthcare apartheid, right? But also just socioeconomically. People are like poor. People are poor. And people don't have like the sort of disposable income as they might have in maybe like a 2016 to consume and buy all of these palettes. Also, where were we going? Where were you going? Listen, if I could zoom my eyes, where were you going? No, but it's just like peep the face action. Okay, but yeah, it's just like where were all of us going? What money do we have to be buying all these $50, $110? And obviously, I think with the rise of the beauty community, and this is like a separate video, but like, and obviously, I don't even think I'm not the only one that has spoken about this actually, and I'm sure maybe I can find a video and just link it. People in the beauty space have talked about like when the whole beauty YouTube thing it started rising. When I tell you, like, people were just consuming. They weren't makeup artists. They had no reason to have like 6 palettes. But like by the stuff that they obviously watched on like YouTube, it's like, oh, I have to have this and I have to have this. And you know what? For what it's worth, Black people, I feel like we still have like so much catching up to do. Like there's so much makeup I want to do. Like there's so much I want to do to my face. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's so much makeup I want to try. There's so much lipstick I want to try, and foundation and setting, and like for my oily skin and in my skin tone. Like I feel like there's so much, you know what I mean? So of course people are still buying makeup, but 2016, yo, people were buying makeup. And then fast forward to like 2020. Can't believe I'm saying that. It's 2021 right now. Wow, it's May. It's almost June. People were obviously declining in like extra spending. And one of those things was makeup. The writing was on the wall since like 2019. People can't keep buying everything, especially if like some of the work is just not good. So yeah, that was why. People are not buying makeup in the way that they used to. And you know what? The candle part. Why a candle company? Bro, we were all at home. This was like a home goods item, a home goods product that it's like you use it, it runs out. Like something I buy is incense. Like I do buy incense. I would start my own incense line, like literally. One of my peoples, they buy candles. Really good quality, like wax candles. And so it's just like, this was a perfect opportunity to parlay her distribution into starting something that can remain past the trends. And right now we're in an economy where your home space is your safe space. I believe a home is always a safe space. I believe people's homes should always be a safe space. But especially 2020, 2021 and beyond, infinity. Oh my God. Infinity and beyond. Candles are super important. Like how your house and how your home is super important, because it's like you're gonna hunker down. It's something you're not gonna go out this summer and maybe see people safely, but it's like you gotta go home. You still being cautious. You still gotta make sure, like, what are my parents doing at home? Like I need to wear my mask and then go home. Say hello to my friends and go home. Get them Lysol wipes. Wipe down these groceries. Wipe my hands. Wash my hands. Wear my mask and go home. And like, how is my home life like? How is my home like? And so people are really investing in home. And I think a lot of people, and I've said this before in like a different context, after what happened last year and this year and the after effects of how it has affected people's lives, people are really like, how is my life? Really? How am I really experiencing the life and the world around me? Starting with my home life. So something like a candle was perfect. And I believe, and I was like trying to do some research and check the numbers. Please don't quote me on this. I obviously don't have her financial revenue information, but just estimating, she's probably done about up to 5 million since she launched. So really great opportunity. In terms of other reasons why I think she had to start the actual candle company though, honestly, I think it's just like the writing was on the wall. She is kind of realizing like things change. Things really have changed in this space. And she's really lucky. Let me tell you, something about social media is a dash of luck, a sparkle of luck. You know, you got to be lucky. 10 years. 10 years, it's skill. 10 years, it's skill and luck. And still with that, she was just like, and still people just talk to me crazy. We obviously don't know what that looks like, which is why she's trying to build up other things. It's like, it doesn't matter if this all goes away. At some point, it probably will. So what can I do for myself to just be like, I don't need to do whatever. Now she has this candle company that I believe she's probably gotten to about, like I said, 3 to 5 million in revenue in like a 1.5 year span. Has it even been a year? Has it even been a year? She's just like, yeah, if I'm doing a present with so president, oh my God, you guys read my mind. If I'm doing a video with some man that's supposed to be erasing our student loans, then if people don't want to watch this shit, it doesn't matter. If people are like, why are you interviewing this man? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it just makes me think. It makes me think, like, what are you prepared to do to kind of get it all figured out? I'm really glad she got it figured out. And to be honest, I feel like other influencers, they really, in her space, in creators in her space, I think that they should really take note. And I believe they have. What did I say? What did I say? Do you know what she probably did? She probably got somebody like me. She probably got somebody like me. She probably got an operator. She got a strategic consultant. And she said, listen, it's not makeup. It's not makeup, yeah. There's something, I obviously know people are not consuming makeup like this. I know that people aren't even watching makeup videos like that. People who watch makeup videos are watching it in the context of like talking about movies, or I think I'm making a video about Kenny JD and like the evolution of her content. But like people are watching it in the context of like commentary as told by Kenya. People are watching it in terms of like talking about horror, you know, horror movies or like crime cases or, you know, 60-minute news. Talking about Law and Order, SVU, dun dun. So it's just like, she's like, she probably got somebody who was like, what can we think of that can be done well, that can be done sustainably, that can be done ethically, that maybe doesn't even need to include something like clothing merchandise as well. Because that's also hard to execute. And Candles probably was born. Like, let's do this. I have some ideas on what I'm not telling anybody what they should do. Please, please, please. I have some ideas on what she could do, and I think she's already starting to work on it. Like, people on her team have started to peep, like, maybe we should do things like subscription boxes that people kind of order for ahead of time or reoccurring. Really like the direction. If you have any questions, email me. But yeah, I really like the direction of where she's going in terms of I can get my content solidified in ways that I want to, while also getting my money solidified in ways that I want to. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to another one of my tapes. Let's do some housekeeping. Okay. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you made it this far, I don't know, put a blue heart, a banana, a fruit item. I don't know. Cause you guys are so sweet. That's so corny, but it's like, you guys are so sweet. So yeah, you can put like a fruit or like a blue heart or something like that. Or a tape. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. I have some more videos that I'm working on. I'm working on a blueprint video for Lydia Dinga. I have a list. I have a full list. So I got all these names, and the more people comment on who they want to see me do, it's all in the list. So if you didn't hear, there's another person you're like, I thought I said Dominique or something like that. I have his name. I have like their names down on like a note sheet. So yeah, new blueprint video coming along. Also, thank you so much for people talking about the late night skits. I'm going to keep throwing them in. So videos that I have to do like a lot more production for, like Kelly Stam's video, that was production heavy, specifically for like getting everything rendered. So, you know, for videos that I think I'm going to do like a bit more production for, I have to go into Premiere Pro and edit or After Effects and all of that. That'll probably be the video that I then put in some like late night clips or like some skits, probably near the very beginning of the video. And I'll just keep putting in different ideas, just snippets. And you guys just tell me what you want to see. I think I was telling something this in the comments, but I have been working on one about SZA and these freckles. And these fractacles, okay? And it's just a gag. It's a joke. I think some of these skits are more satirical in nature. And so, yeah, I think I've been working on this skit about Jay-Z coming out with the Bible. It's this whole gag about, you know, because it's Jehovah, and how he has a lot of raps where it's just like, whoa, how did you come up with this? How did you come up with this? Like really, really talented lyricist, Jay-Z. And so I was gonna make a whole gag about a commercial where he's selling a book that okay. Like Okay, let me stop. I was gonna make another. I'm working on this other longer skit about Rihanna sitting down and talking about her new album and how you're never gonna get that album. Um, and probably one about Nicki Minaj because I just have a lot of thoughts about her ability to write, and she is a talented lyricist for what it's worth. Nicki Minaj can write her raps. I mean, I also want to go. So yeah, that's in terms of blueprint videos. I also want to do a live stream. Listen, if I could live stream, I would live stream every single day if I could, because I just have thoughts randomly in the day. So I am prepping. It's very tech heavy because, as you guys know, I use an avatar. I am an automaton. So I have been figuring that out. I've been sending some emails on how I can get that done, because I want to go live. Listen. Don't let me go live. Actually, if I go live, it's over. It's over. So let me stop here. Maybe, I don't know. If you guys want to see like I think I might have like a video just on housekeeping, just in general. But I don't want to make an intro video to the channel. It's just like, I wish I could give announcements. So I don't know. I'm maybe thinking about ideas that I can just mention, like, hey, I'm coming up, this is up next, this is up next, this is up next, right into the video. And I'll put that at the beginning of the video. Let me know your thoughts just in general. Thank you for listening to another one of my tapes. And I will see you in a few. Bye.